Welcome, my name is Stephen Bailey with Schelling, America, and welcome to our showroom in Raleigh, North Carolina, where today we're going to quickly talk about Schelling's fm8 plate saw and some software and hardware features we've developed to quickly calculate and to complete scrape cuts. Starting with the saw, the fm8 is a non-ferrous metal machine designed with 6-inch maximum cutting height, 46 horsepower saw motor. It operates via the way of clamps that will grab the material from the front, pull it inside the machine, and then a traveling carbide blade that comes up and cuts through the aluminum plate. On this particular machine here, we would call this a remnant cutting saw because the opening is only 5 foot wide. More of the standard size machines you see in the industry, the opening would be 14 feet wide and 14 feet deep. This particular machine here can also be equipped with varying depths that the red clamps will pull the material back. Typically a machine like this you see will have a 5 foot wide opening and a pull back 14 feet for the remnant cutting application. The machine is equipped with air flotation tables in the front. This table is movable. There's air flotation in the machine table itself for improved ergonomics. We also have standard 5 clamps side by side in the crosscut area. These are utilized for cutting a lot of small parts. Right, so if you wanted to stack these parts up, have the feeder pull them back and cross-cut them into small parts. The quantity of clamps that you have can make a big difference there. The machine is able to add clamps to fill up the whole 5 foot area if necessary. The machine is connected to an agate chip extraction system to pull out all the aluminum chips during the cutting process. The machine is also equipped with a roller table in the back for improved material handling as well. So, to the point of the scrape cuts, we'll talk about that real quick. A scrape cut, in Schelling's definition, is when we cut less than a saw blade width. So this is critical to have the highest material utilization. So the problem has always been in the past is the complexity for the operator to measure this part and to quickly calculate the dimension of the scrape cut, right? So Schelling has developed some software and hardware features that will automatically do that for you. So we'll put the saw blade in, and then we can actually demonstrate the cuts themselves. And that's the best way to see how the process works. The saw blade changes are quick and easy on the Schellings. Put the blade in here. There's just a little Allen wrench to set it in place. You tighten it, you back it off just a hair, and you cinch it down. And the saw carriage itself, obviously the saw blade, the lubrication device. Behind this cover is the laser that's shining up through the cut line that is going to allow us to measure a part and to automatically calculate that scrape cut. And then we have a mechanical feeler in the front. This will always be used to confirm that the saw carriage did not position the blade under any aluminum plate. If this comes up and hits the material, the saw carriage moves all the way back before starting a cut. So now all we have to do is tell the machine the saw blade change is complete. And what we're going to do is to program the scrape cut quickly and easily. All I have to do is click here, and then what Schelling also calls a scrape cut is a cleanup cut. This is a total random dimension. It means nothing at this time until the machine measures the material. And here I've said basically, okay, I want to make a 1 inch wide strip and I want to cut one of them. So to come up with the starting dimension in my cutting program, all I have to do is take the material. We have this block available. Put it in the machine, and then I want to mark the front. This allows me to confirm that my scrape cut is calculated appropriately. And then I just hit the program start button. Now what's happening is the laser on the saw carriage is measuring the material and the width. Now, automatically calculated based on what it saw is the scrape cut dimension. So it's recommending 0.075 inches and the saw blade is 0.204 inches. And this is the first line of my cutting program that has now gone into this green box here. If the operator feels that this is too much or too less of a scrape cut, then make adjustments by using the plus or minus buttons. And as this is adjusted, it is changing the first line of my program. So once everything is set, all you do is hit close and start the cutting process. And now the saw blade is making a scrape cut. What's important to note here is the scrape cut is complete because my black line is gone and you can see how clean the machine is. Now I will continue on with the cutting program and make a 1-inch strip. This is the normal cutting procedure here. Now you can also see the saw blade is enclosed by what we call the chip curtain. The chip curtain is on the front and back side of the saw blade, and any of the chips that would have blown out as the blade enters the material are contained and evacuated out of the machine. Notice the end of my cutting program and my 1-inch wide strip. Successful scrape cut. Now we'll be ready to continue on. So that completes our video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions on Schelling fm8 plate saw and the cleanup cut, scrape cut procedure, feel free to reach me at any time. That's Stephen Bailey at Schelling America. Our number is 919-544-0430. Thank you.